Hello and welcome to Allegheny Jam's series of practice videos. This is the video for Fiddle 3. This is the video with instructions. So eventually, once you understand all the activities, you'll want to move on to the video without instructions, and it only lasts about 15 minutes. You can get your practice session done. In these videos, we always start off with pinky torture. So what that is, from the last video, you're going to put your first 3 fingers down, and then you're going to be tapping that pinky. Now, as a Fiddle 3 student, we're going to be over on the G string. We're going to try to get in a full minute of pinky torture on the G string. Here we go. Just working that pinky. Also be thinking about your bow arm. This is a great chance to work on that loose wrist. You keep on going. Let me get my volume up here. You're doing great. 15 more seconds. I need to do more pinky torture myself. Okay, so now in the last practice video we worked on the dexterity exercises. Now we're going to change up our bowing on those, and I gave you these as options last time, but for this we're going to be on the G string again. We're going to do 2 notes per bow stroke. So it's going to go. You're going to do that for the first 30 seconds. Then the next 30 seconds, you're going to do 4 notes per bow stroke. All right, so let's work through that together. Dexterity 1. 2 notes per bow stroke. Keep on going. These are tough in the beginning, but once you get a feel for them, you'll be playing them lightning fast. Go ahead and shift over to 4 notes per bow stroke. Keep that going. Everything on the G string. Now, if you don't feel ready to do everything on the G string, you can work your way there. Start on the E string, work your way down across the strings. And sometimes you'll want to vary it up just for fun.
1. Dexterity 2.
Okay, so now on Dexterity 2, we're going to do the exact same thing, but opposite. So we're going to start high, 2 notes per bow stroke. Sorry. And then you'll go to 4 notes per bow stroke. So go ahead and work through that. Here's your 2 notes per bow stroke. You're doing great. Stretch it, stretch that pinky up there. Make sure you're getting a good note on the pinky. That's the tough one. Now shift over to 4 notes per bow stroke. So that's building not only your finger dexterity, but also helping you work on kind of building a bowing foundation too. You can start to do more interesting and wonderful things on the bow.
3, 2, 1. GA scale.
Okay, so now we're just going to review our scales real quick. On the GA section, you're going to do the G and A scales. The G and A scales, I put them together because we're going to go the full breadth of the fiddle. So it is open, 1, high 2, 3, open, 1, high 2, 3, open, 1, low 2, 3, open, 1, low 2. And that's your full G scale all the way up. And then we're going to go down from there. So it's a high 2 on your G and D strings and a low 2 on your A and E strings. Okay, all right, so we're going to do that G scale for about 30 seconds. Let it play. Play it one more time with you. So at that speed, it does take about the full 30 seconds that you want to be working on it. But you'll get faster and faster, and there's lots of interesting things you can do with it. Like you could put two notes on a bow stroke and go all the way up like that. You can put 4 notes on a bow stroke. So just play around with it. The more you play, the more you'll just get a feel for your bow and your instrument. Okay, so the A scale is, I find this one personally hard, but we're going to start off on our G1, and you're going to go 1, high 2, and here's where it's tricky, is you have a high 3. So if you have a line on your fiddle, you're just going to be a little bit ahead of that line. Then open, 1, high 2, high 3, open, 1, high 2, low 3, open, 1, high 2, 3. So I'll walk you back down on that one. High, or 3, high 2, 1, open, 3, high 2, 1, open, high 3, high 2, 1, open, high 3, high 2, 1. All right, so we'll start the timer. We'll do it one more time together. Here we go. 1, high 2, high 3, open, 1, high 2, high 3, open, 1, high 2, high 3, low 3, open, 1, high 2, 3.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we ran out of time on that one. That's okay. So you just play around with that A scale. You'll probably want to pause the video and just kind of work through those scales to get them down. Now your C and D scales, I put those together because they kind of stay in the middle of the fiddle. And as you get much more advanced, you'll do your high C and your high D scale. We'll just stay right here for now. So we'll start with the trickier one, and that is going to be your C scale. So this is really different than the other ones we did. You're going to start on G3. So it's G3, open, 1, low 2, 3, open, 1, low 2. And that's all we're going to do, just one run. And then so let's run the timer on that. Starting on the G3. All right, so that's your C scale. go ahead and pause right there. We'll talk about the D scale, and this is going to be your easiest scale. And we're going to do it right in the middle of the fiddle. We're going to start in the open D. 1, high 2, 3, open, 1, high 2, 3, and then just back down. All right, and that's your D scale. So those are the 4 scales that I want you working on. And that's just going to help you get familiar with your instrument, familiar with the notes that go in certain keys, and it'll just complement your fiddling as you learn to play. And lots of people never learn scales, and that's fine. I didn't really learn scales when I was learning. I just kind of learned by playing tunes. But in jam, I think it'll help you build a good foundation for knowing the notes that are in the keys and things like that. So I think it's a good thing to practice as you get to know your instrument. Okay, so we'll let that timer run out there. I should have been running it while I was talking to you about that, but it's okay because I'm going to talk to you about bowing while the timer's catching up. And one thing that I really want you to take to heart about fiddling, and I think especially old-time fiddling, is that it is 90% in the right hand. That's your bow hand. And so really old-time fiddling is very rhythmic and very much about the bow and how you handle the bow. So we're going to introduce you here to 2 different bowing patterns. And I just want to kind of warn you that, especially around here, if you start to throw these names around, like the Saw Shuffle and the Cinco Shuffle and things like that, most old-time fiddlers are not going to know those words. They just sort of naturally work them into their fiddling. And that's great, and you can watch different fiddlers, and your more sophisticated fiddlers are going to do wonderful things with bowing, even if they don't know the names of the official patterns and that kind of thing, because they've just learned naturally from listening to older fiddlers and things like that. I don't think it's going to hurt you to know these names and to kind of help you identify these patterns, and we're going to show you the pattern, and then as you advance in your fiddling and you develop your own style, you can kind of choose to develop these patterns if you want. Now, last time we showed you the Nashville Shuffle, which is that long, short, short. Sorry, a little out of tune. Long, short, short. That's really essential. You're going to use it a lot in different pieces. We're going to show you in Fiddle 3, we're going to show you 2 more complicated patterns. Okay, so what it does, this first one is called the Saw Shuffle. It's one of my favorites, and I use it a lot. But it's 3 apart. 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3 on the bow. Now we're going to do those same 3 notes, 0, 1, 2, on your fingering, but we're going to put it all on a push. So it's 0, 1, 2. All right, so if we put those together, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, the last 2 notes we're just on the left hand, we're just going to do 0, 1, and it's just going to be back and forth on the bow. 0, 1. So all together, it's like this. Sorry, I started doing the second round and I shouldn't have. So I'll do it for you one more time separate. All right, and we're going to start the timer on the Saw Shuffle. That's called the Saw Shuffle. So I'm going to play it slow with you here. And then you're going to want to work on building up your speed. Okay, you'll get there. So I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds to practice that bowing pattern. And then as you get more advanced in your fiddling, you can start to work that bowing pattern into tunes and parts of tunes and things like that. But it's really a wonderful, wonderful little pattern there.
Three, two, one. Cinco Shuffle.
Okay, now the other one that we're going to show you in Fiddle 3 is called the Cinco Shuffle. And it's the bowing pattern used by a really well-known fiddler named Tommy Jarrell. He used it a lot, and it kind of gives his fiddling a real distinct sound. But I think it's a great bowing pattern to work in lots of places and lots of tunes. You can pick out a handful of notes and do it. But it goes like this. It's going to be, you're going to go 1, and then 2 together, 1, 2 together, and then 2 apart. All right, so if we put that together, it's, sorry. All right, so let me explain it one more time. 1 down, 2 together, 1 down, 2 together, and then 2 apart. So. All right, we'll start the timer on that. I'll play it with you a little bit more. Okay, you keep on going. About 30 more seconds. And as you do these practices more and more, these are just going to become very natural for you. You're going to build up your finger speed and your finger dexterity, and you're going to build up your bowing patterns. And then when you get a new tune, you'll just be able to eat it for breakfast.
3, 2, 1. 2, 1.
Okay, so this is your time to work on your tunes now, whatever tunes you've got working on. And I just want to remind you about the challenge page. So if you feel like you've gotten your jam tunes down and you're ready for something new, click on the challenge page. Head over there. There's a whole list of tunes with tablature and videos that you can work on. A lot of them are my videos that I made when I was doing private lessons. And so I would be able to help you with those if you ever got stuck or your teacher could help you. But there's no reason for you to not know what to practice. There's tons of new material out there. Excuse me. Also, if you feel ready to go to YouTube and start to search for fiddle stuff, I mean, you're at the point where you would want to search for intermediate fiddle practice or intermediate fiddle exercise. There's 10 million things out there. You can start to push yourself to all new levels. It's really just a question of you wanting to put in the work. So we'll let you practice your tunes now. Remember your practice log, and I'll see you in about 8 minutes, 7 minutes.
June 2. Your timer is complete. Okay, well done. You finished your practice session for today. You've received your M&M. That stands for Music is Magic. And keep up the good work. Remember, if you feel bored or you're not sure what to do or you want to push yourself farther, go to that challenge page and see what we've got up there. We'll see you at the next jam.